everyone. I want to put a challenge out for you about fasting. You know, at the beginning of the year, many people like to fast physically by taking sugar out of their diet or, you know, going on a cleanse. But what I like to do is emotional fasting. For me, emotions can be something that really bog me down and distract me from the things that I'm trying to accomplish in life, and for me to have more peace and more joy and more fun and more excitement. I can get bogged down with fear and worry and you know, frustration and pain and all those kinds of things. And so fasting breaks the chains of things that are holding you in bondage from being free to express yourself in your highest good. So sometimes we need to, you know, stop eating sugar or get off Facebook, or there's things that have been a huge distraction that you can't seem to live without. Then it's good to fast off of that for a period of time, you know, a weekend, 10 days, even one day sometimes. If you could just unplug your phone for 24 hours and see what happens, you know, see what happens to your mind, what kind of creative things can happen. You know, it's almost unheard of, right? So for me, though, I'm going to be doing an emotional fast on February 1st for 10 days. I did this last year around anger, and it was incredibly powerful that for 10 days I was conscious about how I expressed anger. And I made a vow to myself that I would not express unhealthy anger. Unhealthy in the form of yelling, screaming, having a fit, throwing something, cussing people out. You know, I mean, those are all unhealthy expressions of anger. And believe me, I was in a place in my life where it seemed pretty natural to be having fits like that. But it was holding me in bondage from having peace and moving past my situation. So this time for me, I'm going to fast against worry. And the way that I can get through that is when worry comes up, because it will, and it'll come up even more now that I'm fasting off of it or trying to put my attention on releasing it. You know, you resist, all of a sudden things start lighting up, is I make sure that I have plenty of things to combat that emotion when it comes up. That I have scriptures, I have books, I have YouTube videos, I have a whole library of things, and I have people that I can call and say, I'm stuck in worry right now, that can, you know, pull me up out of the rabbit hole and remind me that God has my back and that everything is working for my good, and that worry is not in alignment with my best good. To put my worries aside and to put my creative energy first. So that's what I'm going to do for 10 days from February 1st to February 10th. So I will report that to you. If you want to do this journey with me, think about the things that you could fast off of. Maybe it's anger, maybe it's frustration, maybe it's judgment, maybe it's depression, maybe, you know, like what is it that is holding you back from being free emotionally? It matured me a lot to realize that I do have the strength to not express unhealthy anger. And when I do now, I quickly recover from that, forgive myself, and I redirect. But it doesn't have a perpetual motion to rage and rage and rage and rage and rage. So fasting is a very powerful way, but we're going to do emotional fasting. I hope you're in it with me. If you are, put a comment on what you would like to fast from, or you can message me and I'll be your partner. I'll give you some scriptures and I'll give you some books and I'll give you some videos on things that you can use to redirect yourself when that certain emotion comes up. But it will be liberating. It'll be tough, but it will be liberating. I promise you. All right, this is Temple from the Conscious Woman. You can also find me at templesworld.org. I love you. God bless. Bye.